Hello everyone and welcome to Hero RC. I'm Robert and today is February 2nd, about a quarter till 4 p.m. Nice sunny day out, but the wind is blowing off and on, having some wind gust. Hopefully my mic is doing its job. But today in frame, I've got the TRX6 Ultimate Hauler, the TRX4 1979 Ford Bronco, and the FCX10 K5. And remember I told you about a Showdown? Well, today is that day. Finally got around to doing it. Without any further ado, let's get the show on the road. All right, we're going to start with the FCX10 by FMS, and we're going to do this head-to-head or showdown at Foxtrot Trail Course 1. Here we go. And I will make this a one-part video. And I will try to keep the vehicles as close as possible as I can. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's got metal bumpers front and back. It's got eBay 2.2 wheels, and then it's got 2.2 mudslingers on it. And it's running the Outrunner by FMS. So look at that control. Very nice. And this bumper, and I didn't weigh them, but this vehicle is probably a lot heavier than the TRX4 Bronco. Just because of the metal bumpers, the cattle guard, and all of that good stuff on it. But I thought I'd do a showdown with them to see which one handles the best in all areas: modulation, articulation, and drag brake. And so far, this one is just rocking it. They're both very good vehicles in my opinion. But let's see if there's an edge on either one of them. If either one has an edge over the other. And, you know, I like my music in my video, so I may break out any time with music, so be prepared. Little fender rubbing there in the front. And this wind is doing it. And I don't have much time out here today to mess around because I got to go to work in the morning at 6 a.m. I have to be there at 6 a.m. and I'll get off at 2 p.m. 8-hour shifts, baby. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. And then I'm off this weekend for the Super Bowl. So right now, everything is going my way. Not 100% because I'd rather not be working at all, but since I do, might as well make it work as close to your advantage as you can. And we've got a new rabbit. That is not the same rabbit. But anyway, here we go. Back to the task at hand. Tires grabbing very nicely. Nice modulation. And I will not knock those Outrunners, boy. They have some nice modulation. I will not knock them at all. And this is not really a test right here, but just mainly modulation, really. A little bit of articulation, not a lot. Right there is probably the biggest articulation part on this part of the course right here. But so far, All right, tires didn't grab, getting up that little turn there. This one has a nice steering radius too. Very nice steering radius on this vehicle. Didn't mention that, so we'll be testing steering radius and all of that too. And this one has some very nice articulation. Now right here is showing its articulating abilities. All right, we're coming up on Bedrock Bridge. Kind of made a little change to the setup here. Let's see how this goes. Back bumper's grabbing back there. But it lined up nicely. Those tires gonna grab. And this may not be the best setup, but let's see what happens. See it all. No, we don't have the diffs on. Do I see the... Oh my gosh, look at that. The rims are moving, but the tires aren't. Wow, that's crazy. All right, that may not be the best setup for this. All right, change the setting again. Let's see what happens. Or the setup on the bridge anyway. Right, success, maybe. Back passenger tire didn't pick up on the brick there. If it had done that, it'd been okay. All right, try one more time. Okay. All right. All right. I'll change the setup one more time. Let's see what happens. Boy, those rims are really slipping in those tires there. Look at that. All right, we're gonna give it the hand to God. Helped it out a little bit and see what happens. Okay. Drag brake kicked in a little bit. Got my back to the sun. The sun is in the west. Getting positioned to go down. Boy, that took a little bit more than I thought. I shouldn't have never changed it up as well. The bedrock bridge. I'll figure something out though here in the future. I wanted to struggle, but not much. Because my idea is to, watch them function as smoothly as possible. All right, we're going to stop right here and we're going to go get the Bronco. All right, here we go with the Ford Bronco. The Ford Bronco is running a Fusion. Can't remember if it was an 18 or 1200. It's got the metal cattle guard in the front and then the regular bumpers, the original bumpers. And I put a tire kit on the back. It's running Endura deep dish wheels and Batrazi tires. And it has the Pro Light kit in it. And also it's being ran by the Radio Link transmitter and receiver. Is that the same rabbit running around in circles here? All right, here we go. This one has nice smooth modulation as well. And it's got weight in the front. You can see the brass on it. I can't remember if I have weight in the back. I don't think so. I think the Blazer is the only one that I have weights all the way around. Nice modulation. Sweet drag brake. Look at that. That drag brake. Nice. Turning radius, to the driver's side is not as sharp, but the passenger, it turns more to the passenger side. And I guess all that has to do with the panhandle on it. I'm not sure. Or the positioning of the servo. I'm not sure. Something I'll learn down the road. And I've been thinking today. I was thinking, I'll be 65 in a couple months. How much longer do I think I'm gonna do this? Till my fingers and legs no longer work. And if you go by genes, my parents are in their 80s. That generation, of course, ate a lot of greasy food and stuff back in those days. So that kind of affected their health a little bit. But, they're eating healthy now and taking their medicines. And I, knock on wood, take no medication whatsoever, just vitamins. So that is a good sign. As long as all my joints and everything keep working, I'm fine. I have my aches and pains as a 60, plus year old, but nothing that hinders my mobility. But look at this baby move. So what I'm saying is, hopefully I'll be doing this for a long time. Long enough to where I could just make my little shop back there, a little museum, I guess, and pass everything on to my grandkids. My grandson, he's a athlete and he has no interest in any of this stuff here right now. Granddaughters I rarely see. They're young adults, so they're doing their own thing. What is this rabbit doing? I think he's getting ready to have babies. He keeps coming back and getting grass and stuff and taking it around back there somewhere. He's fixing to have babies somewhere. Because I thought he had something in his mouth each time he rolled by here, ran by me. And he's not letting me stop him either. Mother Nature is a beast, man. But it's be 10 years since we've been out here, and we've always had rabbits running around out here. All right, let's see what we got here. There we go. My tire's grabbing really nice there. We're going to try to take the same path. And the lights are on in the front there. I don't know if I have any control over those or not. I'll have to look into that, you know. And that's the thing about having a bunch of vehicles and not enough time. You don't get to check everything thoroughly to see what's going on. What are you doing, rabbit? Look at him. You want to get on candid camera? Yeah, he's not running either. Boy, he is not afraid. Anyway, here we go. See how this one does. Doesn't have the back bumper. And all the diffs are on this one. I can tell. I think. Yeah. Come on, Petrozzi's. They all want to gravitate to that center part where there's no brick. Just want to get there and spin. Oh, it's caught on a rock, that brick back there. All right, back on that brick. All right, we moved the brick. Let's see what happens. Well, I mean, he's taking tons of grass. All right, move that brick out of the way. Boy, this is a hard spot for him right here. I just want to come to the passenger side for some reason. Oh, I think it's the way it's set up down there. It's uneven back there in the back there. So let's try this. I'm gonna try to get both bricks on that back brick there. See if that makes a difference. Then that throws it off on this side over here. this should be a good angle here. Let's see what happens. As long as that back passenger tire grabs, and it's not. All right, they both failed on this one. Let's see, I can't remember. Okay, all diffs are off. All right, we're caught up to the Blazer. All right, here we go with the Blazer going up over Black Pot Hill. Shadow. Get a different angle. Those bumpers back there catch everything. Oh, is that dig that I was turning on? Let's see. I don't think this one has locking and unlocking discs. It's just straight up four-wheel drive. So what I was doing, I was locking the discs, or doing the locking the dig back there. That bumper's grabbing. The length of this vehicle is the problem. Nice. So this one doesn't have, I don't, oh, it's 2-speed. That's what it is. It's 2-speed and locking discs. That's what it is. I mean, drag. So, forgot about that. All right, let's go get the Bronco. So there is a slight disadvantage. But I will confirm that when I take it back in the building and look at it later. Because I got to clean them up and everything before I put them back up on the shelf. But here goes the Bronco. No diffs are on. But I'm pretty sure the Chevy doesn't have front and rear differentials. Just has the dig and first and second speed. And then it's just straight four-wheel drive. But I will confirm. Because it didn't come with the Outrunner motor in it. No diffs. Just all four-wheel drive. And you could see it not wanting to bite. All right, let's turn the rears on. Oh, that's the front. Just the rear. Is it gonna drop down? Bam. All right, let's turn the fronts on. All right, let's turn the rears off. Just the fronts. There we go. All right, now we're going to test center of gravity. Here we go, with the Blazer. Nice turning radius. All right, we don't want to get it too high and turn it over. That passenger tire to grab. Ugh. Nice so far. Look at the articulation. Back tire tucked as much as it can. Yeah, them big tires on it. Nice. All right, no drag brake. Come on, no drag brake. Had to back it up. Give it some turning room there. This Blazer is nice, man. That bumper to clear that brick there, the passenger side. All right, nice. All right, let's get the Bronco to test the center of gravity. Test its center of gravity. See if I can get it up high like I got the Blazer. Ford versus Chevy. Got it up there high. Will it stay? Let's see what happens. All diffs are off. Nice. Brass doing their thing. And this is the turning part, telling part right here, where that passenger tire lifts up. Now you got the rear. It's gonna lift up back there. At the same time, the front's lifting, passenger. All right. Okay, here we go. Passenger tire is going to dip down. Sweet modulation. Okay, turning radius to the driver's side. Oh, it's caught on some. Oh, them tailpipes back there. I know they were caught on something. And I don't want it to drop down low. The Blazer did pretty good on this here. The Bronco is steadily dropping down there. I think we've gotten ourselves in a predicament here. Oh. Front tire's grabbing that bumper. It's not turning worth a flip. Alright, here we are at Shovel Bridge. I know one thing, this is going to take a lot of editing. I should have just made it one straight video and edit out the things that I want to edit out. Now I'm going to have to add and delete. Uh-oh. Slipping. Ooh. Back it up. This on. It's taking longer than I thought. Nice drag brake. You can hear the blazer over there beeping. And it's getting lower. Come on, baby, don't turn off. Just a slide. Alright, we got the Bronco turned around. Let's get the blazer on over Pride Rocks. Once again, nice control with this vehicle. Very nice control. The only thing, it's a drag brake. That is the only thing. Oh, what are we doing? That bumper. Yeah. You You know, I've seen a lot of videos where guys take their bumpers off completely. Trucks still look pretty cool without the bumper though. And you get better performance, better clearance when you're exiting or heading into an obstacle. All right, let's get the Bronco over Pride Rocks. Here we go. And see, that's another thing you got to learn about your videos, when to talk and not to talk, so you can edit and keep the conversation going as you edit. That's why a lot of time I'll just throw music in there because I'll be off. But here we go. You know, here I am. I've had my phone now about 2 months, I guess. And here I am editing. It's not really hard, just time consuming. All right, let's get this Bronco over here. Will it clear better than the... They're both gonna do the same. Oh, wait a minute. That one did it a little bit better. Back bumper caught. All right. Okay. Let's get the Bronco on through. Let's get the Chevy. All right, folks, there you have it. The Ford Bronco by TRX4 and the Chevy Blazer by FMS Showdown. The conclusion that I've come to is that they're both awesome vehicles. One has a disadvantage over an advantage over another one. And I want to say they're pretty close to being equal, because there were some parts that the Blazer didn't perform well in, and there were some parts that the Bronco didn't perform well in. But for the price, I'm going to have to give the Chevy Blazer a slight edge. And I'm going to do some tweaking to the Ford Bronco. And we'll get out here and do it again someday. But until then, there will be other showdowns. You know, I've collected so many vehicles now that I can, you know, I have two of the same kind almost, so I can compare them. So we'll come back around to this one, these two, after I do some tweaking to the Bronco. And I'm thinking about taking the Outrunner out of the Blazer, but that's on down the road because I have a lot of projects ahead of that. But, you know, there you have it. Let's get them loaded and back into the studio. All right, we got everybody all loaded up and ready to roll. Let's head on back to the studio. And they picked up extra passenger there. I don't know if we can see her in there. She's the driver of the Blazer. Let's roll. The motor just said, Yeah, that's what it was. Power is there. Look at that baby lift up in the front. Look at that power. That's power. We got to do something about the weight in the front. All right, folks. I won't bore you with a long turnaround. I'll do that myself. That took longer than I thought. Anyway, thanks for watching.